Hey guys, George here, back again with another train stream. Today we got
What are we going to talk about today, George?
everything. We're mostly trains.
Very nice.
Today got the huge. We added the cab forward today as a constant runner, and we put away the Atlantic coastline E8s. So
George's good friend, the Monon's talking again.
yeah, I'm gonna go put smoke fluid in it.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the stream. It's George's dad, Wally, in the house. Thanks for joining us today. We got some stream stuff going on. We're going to run some trains, do some talking. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks everybody for staying home. I know that it's a tough one to stay at home, at least for us. It's a beautiful day here in Illinois. Beautiful day outside. That said, even though we're at home, that doesn't mean that we can't go outside. So we've been outside doing a lot of fun stuff. For those of you that joined us yesterday, we even had a train layout outside, and we were operating that. It's funny. I had a chance to come back after the stream was over, and I reviewed the stream and didn't realize how laggy that software got on the stream. So sorry about that. I spent some time yesterday and today looking into trying to get some new software to use the iPhone camera and not have it so laggy. So people looks like they're showing up here at the stream right now, George.
That's cool.
Yep, we got Mega Train lovers in the house. We got Online G in the house.
Hey guys.
Mega Train
Wall-E.
lover here in the house. Yep. How you doing, Online G? Stephen Corfo in the house. How you doing? Glad to see you here. Good to see everybody just rolling in the stream. Let's see here. We got George, Old Railroad Crossing Productions. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Good to see everybody here. I hope everybody's having a good day. How's the weather where everybody's at? Hopefully it's just as nice as it is with us. George, why don't you and I switch sides here?
Okay.
Hopefully the weather is just as nice with you as it is here in Illinois. It does not get to be. Why don't you move that up just a little bit, George, and I'll go behind you. Weather does not get to be nicer than it is in Illinois than it is today. It's about 75, 80 degrees, no wind, and no bugs, no nothing. So it's out there staying warm. So, yeah, good stuff. Well, George, what have you been up to the last day?
Just playing a lot of baseball.
Yep, been doing some baseball outside. Had to take down that train set. That was tough because that was such a fun train set to operate outside, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So we got some big stuff going on tonight, don't we, George?
Yes. We're gonna be on Model Railroading Live on a segment called "Who's Big Bill Talking To?"
Right. And please, everybody, if you can come, that'd be great. We got to show some support for our little corner of the community right here. It would be really cool if you guys could do that for us. So would appreciate that. What time is it on, George?
It's on 7 Eastern, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Nope.
Wait,
9 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, 9 o'clock Eastern time.
8 o'clock Central.
8 o'clock Central.
And then 7
o'clock Western.
Or Mountain, I think is.
Yeah.
So anyway,
the West Coast.
9 o'clock Eastern is when it starts.
Yeah.
It's on Model Railroading Live. Again, that's Model Railroading Live. In the segment is Who's Big Bill Talking To? And it's going to be Bink, Bink, Bink.
And Bink, Bink, Bink.
Gfw Trains.
Can't forget, you're a very important role in the YouTube channel. Oh,
the producer.
Hey. We gotta sell tickets. We gotta sell tickets.
This is how it works right here. That's pretty much how the YouTube channel works, right?
I think people enjoy you in the stream just as much as they enjoy me. I mean, heck, George Online G called you Wall-E.
I know. I like that, Online G. I don't know if anybody told you, but that's what my license plates are. Just like
my mom
that.
told them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what my license plates are, and I even had it like that before the movie came out. Believe it or not. So who's showing up in the stream today, George?
So we got the Great Train Adventure. I've never seen you.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
Yeah. So
thanks for coming in.
Yes. Thank you. Grandpa says I hear you got a new curveball. Oh, it's not new. I've been working on it for a while, but it's curving.
Yep. Barn full of trains is
says,
here.
Hello all. Grandpa says, I want to be a producer with the hit show on Broadway.
Oh my gosh, there you go. It's Grandpa singing show tunes.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy.
I'm
friends.
sure we can sing. I'm sure we can get an unlimited amount of Up and Down the Monon.
Yep, we could. Friends, I can't wait until we have our stay-at-home lifted. And what do we call him, George? Old man George?
Original G.
Original George. Till he comes on the live stream. You guys are gonna dig him.
I see sorry.
He's got more knowledge about trains than a library.
So George CTS Scale HO. Welcome to the stream. I believe I haven't seen you in
all right.
at all. So
Yet another George.
People, yeah.
Yet another George.
Dang, we're full of Georges.
HO George.
Right? George Online G says I missed the trains outside from yesterday's stream. Dang it. Well, I'm sure as it gets warmer, we'll do more.
Yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. I think that the video in the live stream didn't turn out so nice on the video, which was a shame because we had a great time out there, and I wish it would have translated better to better video and a better video quality. Maybe we could go back and we could do a little YouTube video about that, George.
Tim Lewis, he is in that group chat.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Welcome, Tim.
He's also got 7.5 gauge steam engine. It's a 10-wheeler, I believe.
All right, fantastic. For those of you just showing up to the stream, just one more plug on this, or we'll probably be doing plugs the whole show, just because I'm hoping that a lot of people can show up and ask some questions for us. They're going to be interviewing us and opening up for questions. And when I say us, mainly this guy, and I'll be doing a lot of this.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you'll answer a lot of questions.
Yeah. I've got to, because like when I do this, George, you can see my brains on the other side because I've got a big brain.
Oh, yeah.
Big brain.
Old Railroad Crossing Production says, I'm so happy because I got a job where I get paid $5 a week. I'm hoping to save up for an N-Scale 4449.
Well, that's good.
Really cool, yeah.
$5 a week, what are you doing? That doesn't sound like too high a paying job right there.
It's a start.
It is a start. George doesn't have a job. He just comes asking for the money after the fact.
Barnful of Train says, I'm uploading a 2-minute video to send to your email. Oh, well, really cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. In fact, we can, or for those of you who don't, move that down a little bit because the light was blocking the email. But for those of you who don't know, we're doing a video compilation. Where's the C&O mallet? Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
We'll get it out.
Yeah, we'll get it out.
We forgot about that. We got out the cab forward, and we're running the cab forward, but that's a good one. We'll do that. We'll do that. In fact, George, you got a lot on the line right now. Tim Lewis is here. That's your buddy, right?
Yeah.
He says, don't make me more bored. Oh, man. Tim, question for you. What kind of trains do you operate? What kind
O-scale?
Oh, well, Tim, I guess you don't need to answer now, do you? Because George, I just answer for you. And beyond O-scale, what kind of trains do you like?
Good question.
All right. And George says you have 7.5 gauge trains. What do you operate in 7.5 gauge? What railroad club do you belong to there? George, speaking of 7.5 gauge, why don't you tell everybody what 7.5 gauge is?
7.5 gauge is basically a ride-on trains. Like, a lot of people get offended when we say this. Like with the 7.5 gauge modelers get offended, but I mean they're similar to stuff that you'd find at carnivals, just a little bit smaller and more like modeling.
Yeah, they're more realistically modeled. That's a good way to put it, George.
And but yeah, they're really fun to mess around with. I mean, and just the people involved are really, it's kind of really cool because a lot of people take their railroads as real railroads. I mean,
right. You belong to a club, right?
Yeah, we belong to the Prairie State Railroad Club in Big Rock, Illinois, and they have a small little layout at a state park, Plowman's. What's the name of the state park?
Plowman's Park. It's a county park.
Oh, it is? Okay.
In Big Rock, Illinois.
And
right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's really neat layout, and yeah. So that's basically what 7.5 gauge.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, George, people are just starting to roll in here. The stream's starting to just get live. That's kind of cool. What trains we got out to operate today? We rolled out we put the What did we take off from last week, George?
Well, we took
Or
off
last show?
the Atlantic Coastline E8s, and we put on the cab forward because I remember Online G asked to see the cab forward run.
Right,
And
right.
I'm sure we can put the mallet on this track over
Very
here.
good, very good. And George, remember we were talking about like what we want to do for trains and how we want to display them. We get a lot of requests to put out trains, which is really cool. We love it. But how are we going to operate that going forward, George?
So basically, what we're gonna do is we have 3 tracks that we can put trains on. The 4th track we're using is kind of a Y because it connects. There's a switch right there. So we're not gonna keep trains on that. Oh, Tim answered your question, by the way. But we're not going to use it as a siding. So we have 3 tracks, and basically what we're gonna do is every show or live stream, we're gonna take a train off the track, and then we're gonna refresh it with a new train, and then we'll just so basically a train's gonna get 3 appearances on the live stream, maybe more if I like it or the fans like it.
Right.
But yeah, so currently we have the Monon, the GS4, and the Cav forward. So probably after this stream, we're gonna take off the GS4 and add another train. Yeah, so that's and at the end of the live stream, we're gonna ask you guys what you guys want to see in the next stream.
So, looking at the stream, George, you said that Tim answered my question. What was the answer there? I'm a little bit further away, and I have bad eyes. So
he belongs to the. Correct me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. It's the Chula Vista live steamers. And live stream we have 3 Santa Fe steam engines, 464 work in progress, a 462, and a 442.
wow.
In O gauge, I collect different railroads.
Very cool, very cool. That's nice. In Chula Vista, is that in California, George?
Yes.
All right.
And him and his father both.
No kidding. You're going out to California this summer, hopefully.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. With my mom.
I don't know. Where's Chula Vista by? I'm not very sure. If you could let us know, that'd be really cool. So Barn Full of Trains is saying something there, George. I see that, but I can't read.
Is your email with capital T and B, or is it all small letters? Just copy.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't.
No, you can just put in the letters. Whether it's got a capital or a lowercase, just put it in there, and it should go through. The only reason why I put a capital in front of the first and the second one there is because just so that it doesn't look like one really long funny word. So. Speaking of the trainbuds at gmail.com and the hashtag GFW Stay Home Trains, George, what's that all about?
So basically, what we're going to do, or what we're trying to do for 1,000 subscribers special, since currently we have the stay-at-home order due to COVID-19, we are wanting to incorporate our subscribers into our 1,000 subscriber special. And if you'd like to be added into the compilation, all you have to do is make a YouTube video, a small little YouTube video. It doesn't have to be too long because we have a pretty long list of names that entered into the compilation. So we're trying to get it so everybody gets a segment in the compilation, but it's probably not going to be too long. But it doesn't have to be too long. Just make a little video on your layout or floor layout or something like that, and post it to YouTube with the hashtag GFW Stay at Home Running Trains. And if you don't have like a YouTube channel that you want to post on, or have a YouTube channel that you post on, just email your video to trainbuds@gmail.com, and then hopefully we'll try and add you to the compilation. So yeah, Tim Lewis says 10 miles south of San Diego.
Oh, very cool.
Yes.
How's the weather out there? Today it feels like it's San Diego here, but it's just nice. One day out of the year. San Diego's
well,
probably
we've had 2 real nice days back to back.
I know. It would have been a perfect 2 days to go out and ride our 7.5 gauge.
Train,
yeah, I put up, found some pictures, some good pictures of our little locomotive. So we've got a SW9, I think is our locomotive, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, I think, when we're on Model Railroading Live tonight.
Tim TDF Line says Tim Lewis has some good videos of San Diego three railers. That is pretty true. That is true.
Fantastic. YouTube videos, George?
Yes.
Great. Well, you know what? I'll use that as a little springboard here. We've got all of these people that are on our stream. There's some really good YouTubers with some really fantastic videos up. right next to the name on the stream. If you hover over it, there's three little dots. One of them it says "Go to Channel." Make sure you check out some of those other channels of these YouTubers because there's some great videos. Let's support each other in the community and subscribe to each other's channels because it'll help our channels grow. It'll help our YouTube, our little corner of the YouTube community grow, and we'll have a lot of fun. So I guess it's highball time, huh, George?
Yeah, just want to get some trains running. At Joe's 1972 says, "Afternoon, guys. Glad you're doing another live stream."
All right. Thanks for stopping by. And once again, thank you for submitting a video to the video compilation. In fact, everybody who's here, we've got a lot of nice videos that have been sent in for the YouTube compilation. In fact, let me go through the people that we've got. And if you're on the stream and you haven't submitted a video, please do by the end of the day because I'd like to start downloading some of these and George and I can start putting together a video. So at Joe 1972 has submitted a video. Thank you. Colorado Trains 38 Railroad Productions, Old Railroad Crossing Productions. He's here. Thanks for putting out those videos. He's a race fan just like us, George.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
He put up a video yesterday about I think it was about the trains going fast and race cars and everything. That's good stuff. West Virginia Rail Fan put in a video. Thank you. DB Tech, My Train Hobby, Sam's O-Gauge Trains, Iron Fox 7, Thomas Eden, Ben's Trains, Mr. James Conductor, Bengals 444T, Sleeping with Trains, Stephen Corfold, Charlie's Model Trains, The Lego Geek, and then I've got email from George Worderick, George Fernandez, and Dave Lambert. So thank you everybody here for sending in those videos. If you did send us a video and if you did send us a video and I didn't mention your name, or if you put a hashtag and I didn't mention your name, please either let me know on the stream here, or conversely, if you could just shoot an email out to trainbuds@gmail.com. And I'm going to put out another pump for the people just coming in. George and I are going to be on a railroad
Model Railroading Live
live stream. It's a cool video
talk show
where they talk about the model railroading hobby. We're going to be on a segment called "Who's Big Bill Talking To?" The show starts at 9 Eastern, 8 Central here, and anyhow, we'll be on there, and it'd be really cool if we were able to get a big showing of people who showed up, were there to ask us some questions. I think the questions are viewer driven, as well as driven by Big Bill, the interviewer, Bill Graham. So that's cool. And one of the other things that they said is that they don't get very many O-Gauge layouts on their show, or many O-Gauge modelers, so we're going to be some of the first. So it'd be really cool if we had a good showing of O-Gauge modelers show up and ask some good questions. So
it looks like we got some new people joining the stream.
Awesome.
Steam Keen Productions and with friends says, "Hey guys."
Hey, Brandon, thanks for coming in.
Brandon the Frisco 1522 says hello.
All right.
Looks like Grandpa and Tim are having a conversation about the three railers and the La Mesa Model Railroad Club. So it's really cool. But going along with what Tim Lewis does have some pretty nice videos on.
Cool. Well, Tim, shoot up a video today. Let's get it on our compilation. That would be really cool. Thanks for being here today. So, George, you're running the cab forward, huh?
Yeah. We can put out the mallet. You want to do that?
Well, you know what I'm going to do? Let's. I'm going to see how this video works today. Let me see here, George. Why don't you keep going on? I'm going to see if I can get this.
So currently, we brought out the mallet. It's right behind the camera for you, Tim. It's currently in the box, but we can take that out later in the stream. Does anyone notice when O-scale has 2-rail, it looks more real? I don't know. I mean, I've noticed that it's a lot It's just different, two different aspects of the hobby.
Well, George, I think it's not very economically feasible or not very economic when you have O scale with just 2 rails. Shoot, for the same amount of money, we get a 3rd rail for free with the 3-rail.
For even less money, it seems like.
Right.
Yeah.
Throw in the 3rd rail for free.
That's right. Yeah.
Very good. Well, I'm remembering the camera issues that we had yesterday. What I'm going to do, George, is I'm going to follow that with the cab forward around a little bit with the camera on our computer here. Okay, so we'll do that. Why don't you get that Monon fired up?
Okay.
I think that this track just needs to be turned on. Tim says he'll work on something, getting it in, George. So,
yeah, we appreciate it.
Steam is King Productions says that he's sad today and he's not sure why. Well, I tell you what, Steam King Productions, you came to the right place. Hopefully, running some trains with us, answering some questions, hanging out with some friends will bring a smile to your face. Tell you what, 3 p.m. every day these days sure has been bringing a smile to my face.
Yeah.
Enjoy being here doing this. Yeah, George wants to take out the mallet, so that's good. So, let's see here. Brandon the Frisco 1522 says, does anyone notice when O scale is 2 rails, it looks more real? We already addressed that. And then Ben's Train pipes up and says, Ben's Train says that 3 rails better than 2 rails that he thinks. I think we're about ready to start a civil war there, the 3 rails versus the 2 rails. Me, I always tell people it's much more economically feasible for me to buy 3-rail trains because I get the 3rd rail for free. 33% extra. I don't even have to pay for it. Right. So Brandon the Frisco 1522 says, I'm saving money for a Pennsylvania Flyer. That's very good. That's a really cool set. I was just looking at just looking at the catalog the other day and looking at some of the new ones. The new ones actually even have Bluetooth in there, which for starting out is a really cool. We had a little discussion about Bluetooth yesterday, but I'm a fan of the Bluetooth, at least for the beginning train sets. Let's see here. Then Brandon the Frisco 1522 talking to Ben says, Ben, do you think? I think that's in regards to 3-rail being better than 2-rail. And then George Wardrick pipes in and says you don't see a lot of 2-rail layouts in O-gauge. With the Phantom Rail Gargraves they use, it looks really good. And I agree with that. When you ballast it, it looks even better. We don't have ballast on ours. We've got carpet because ultimately this is going to be a Christmas layout. Says Old Railroad Crossing Production says you're going to make a stop motion, stop motion video. So it's going to, so I'm going to leave, but I'm going to play the stream on your TV. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I love your stop motion videos on your, that you make. Barnful of Trains says, I just noticed you made some moderators. Good deal. Well, yep, yesterday we had but it seemed like a couple of people get out of hand. So we got a couple of moderators in the house now. That's going to make things a little bit easier. Got my dad. He's been moderating George and I his whole life. And the other one's a good friend of ours, TDF Lines, who is George's inspiration for a YouTube channel. A really good friend of ours, Tim Fran. It's TDF Lines. So that's
I think not only do we got some moderators, we got some good friends that are moderators, so that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Old Railroad Crossing Productions says that you'll still be here. All right, well, that's cool. He's watching it on his TV. Dad's asking John 2618, what air yard do you fly out of? Apparently, if you're a grizzled pilot like John and Dad, they call them air yards, George.
Air yards, huh? Well, I got my train yard.
Yeah, right. Let's see here. John answers back. Stephen King Productions says that he wants to race the GS4 and the cab forward. Ooh, I like that dare. I've always enjoyed racing trains fast. That's kind of my undoing there when it comes to trains. All of the guys at our modular group, they always make fun of me because I like my trains. I like to run them fast. George is putting together right now a circus train with his CNO.
Yeah, I got some pretty sad circus cars.
Ooh, they're missing some wheels.
Yeah, fell off the shelf.
Do we have those wheels, George?
Yeah, but they're like broken.
We'll have to get those together.
I think part of it we have. I don't know what the other part of it's under the shelves.
So, Boca Raton is where John 2618 is based. I'm a little bit behind here on my I'm going to sit her down and go through some of these. Constructive criticism that I got the other day was that I don't pay attention to the stream real well. We don't pay attention to the stream real well, and there's conversations going on that we don't get into.
Oh no.
All right, so let's see here. Let's see. So Brandon the Frisco says Southern Pacific, roll on. All right, there we go. We got a lot of Southern Pacific representation here today. Frisco, why do you like Southern Pacific? Tell me what you like about the railroad, especially with your name there. We'd think that be more in line with the Frisco, right, George?
Yes.
Right. Lego Geeks here today, saying hello. How you doing? Great.
Hello.
Great. Hey, we got a new friend checking in from the UK, George. Lewis Beach.
Really? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, Lewis. Thank you for being here. Really cool that we've had some people from the UK checking in the last couple of days. We've also had some friends from Germany checking in, so it's really quite neat that we've got people coming in from all around the world. So whereabouts are you checking in from, Lewis? Let's see here. Lego Geek's wondering if we're running the cab forward or the cab backwards forward, George.
We're not running the cab backwards.
Ah, right. Hey, T's Cottage Guy is here again, George.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, they welcome. We've got a lot of our overseas friends checking in here today. Thanks for being here. This is great. How's the weather where you guys are? First off, so everybody who's in the stream knows where you guys are from. Let's everybody check in with the location where we're at, where we're coming from. Like I said, we've got a couple people here checking in from overseas where it's just about midnight. So that's kind of fun that they're checking in and spending the time with us. And two, check in with where you're from and then tell us how the weather's like there. For us, we're checking in from Yorkville, Illinois. And then also here in Yorkville, the weather's beautiful today. Absolutely beautiful. About 75, no wind, no bugs. Gotta like that. Usually when it's like this in the summer, even when it's a beautiful day, you got to deal with the bugs. So yeah, very, very good. So let's see, T Cottage Guy. Keep getting knocked around here like this.
I'm gonna move the.
George Brandon says that the circus train reminds him of Casey Jr. from Disney. I like that.
Yeah.
We love the Casey Jr. from Disney on the Dumbo. That's a great one, and animated by one of our favorites, Ward Kimball, who is the president of a club we belong to, Train Collectors Association. We really, really enjoy that. So John says, all right, so John and my dad are talking there. Got some airplane talk going on. T's Cottage guys from Darlington, UK. Again, always good to have you in the house. I didn't know this. T's Cottage guy says Darlington is where the railroad started. I did not know that. Educate me more, T's. That would be great. Brandon the Frisco's Southern Pacific is a great example of real railroading, even though my favorite locomotive is from the St. Louis, San Francisco Railway. SP is my favorite railroad, period. Got it. Got it. George was never really into the SP for a long, long time. And then he all of a sudden started getting into the cab forward. And then I think that the snowball just kind of rolled. And I think now the SP is one of his favorite railroads, I think. Can't see him, but George is nodding his head on the other side of the there we go.
Yeah, I do like the the Southern Pacific.
Right. So let's see here. John saying he's checking in from Vero Beach. Lego Geek likes the backward cab forward. Lewis Beach says he's checking in from Birmingham, England, George. The second city, England's second city, which is in the West Midlands. Weather has been nice, but you can't go outside. Yeah, I know. It's such a bummer that I having to stay inside and do a lot of stuff. We've been doing a lot of stuff in the backyard. George and I have some honeydew stuff outside. Jerry Satterley's in the house. Says hello, George. Thanks for coming, Jerry. Good to see you here. Stephen is checking in from Long Island, where it's sunny and warm. Very good, very good. I'm glad to hear you're staying healthy out there, Stephen. Our hats off to all of the first responders, not only around the country, but specifically some of those hot spots there, like in New York. So the hospital workers, first responders, boy, I tell you what, the hospital workers, it's got to be really, really rough right now. Every day diving into some of the situations that could potentially be very dangerous.
All right, let's see if I can do some railroad acrobatics.
All right, George, you're going to hit some railroad acrobatics, George. That's what you got blowing. What's the whistle blowing there, George?
Yes.
All right. Looks like everybody's being blessed with some lovely weather here. Brandon the Frisco's from Memphis. It's cloudy, but it feels nice. Jerry Satterley says that it's 73 and sunny in Philadelphia. So good stuff in Philly. Steve King Productions says last year Tim Burton ruined Casey. Steve, I'm not familiar with why Tim Burton ruined Casey. I hope not. It'd be a shame. That's a neat little sequence on Dumbo, one of my favorites. T's Cottage guys piping in on my education, saying that the Darlington Railway Museum is where the 1825 Stevenson locomotive train, called the first ever passenger train. Very cool. That's some interesting stuff. My wife and I went to Europe back around 2001, I think it was. Had a chance to ride the Eurostar out there and thought that was really, really neat. It's fantastic, all of the railroading that goes on out there in Europe. Really, really good stuff. Ben's, your neighbor, a few houses down, just got a new 2019 Mustang GT. And it's in cool electric blue color. Sounds like heaven whenever it starts. I bet you look out those windows and thinking, oh man, wish I could have a Mustang like that. George is keeping me on my toes. I've been leaning over on the side here.
I'll make it so you can do that now.
All right. Keeping me on my... All right, so...
Jeffrey Hi, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's in the house. All right, good to see you here. Thanks for coming into the live stream. Been having a good time here, running some trains. Got a new one out today. We've got the cab forward, and George is now just setting up the mallet, little C&O. Well, I call it little. It's only little compared to the other articulated engines that we have. But we've got some really big articulated engines here. It's coming right around the corner. Oh, no, that's the cab forward. There's the right over here. There is the mallet. Xander Mann's here. Hello, Xander. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining the live stream. Looks like we've got a lot of our usuals here. For everybody that's just checking in, I wanted to I wanted to thank everybody for coming and let everybody know that tonight George and I are going to be featured on a model railroading talk show live stream called Model Railroading Live. So type that into your YouTube search and check it out. We're going to be online on the show on a segment called Who's Big Bill Talking To? And we're going to be on at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. That's what time the show is on, and then we'll be on a segment on the show. He's going to interview us. A lot of the show is driven by people who are showing up in the stream by their comments. He says that he doesn't get very many O-scalers to the show, so it'd be really cool if we could have a lot of people from our segment of the hobby come in and talk to us on the show. So Brandon wants to do a railroad name battle. I don't know. So let's see here. Try the C and the WI. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Circleville, it's so Xander's saying it's good in Circleville, Ohio. Well, cool. Thanks for checking in from Circleville, Ohio. We've got people from all over the country coming in here. We got Florida, we got Philadelphia, East Coast, Long Island. We've got Tennessee, and we've even got 2 people from the UK checking in. So thanks for coming here. Thanks for checking in. Jeffrey hasn't been on here in a while, but it's always good to see you here. Good to run trains with you. Fun time to hang out on Thursday or on at 3 o'clock on weekdays here. So I think our usual group of people not doing it on Monday, and then with our disjointed stream that we had yesterday, looks like our view count went way down within the last 2 days. So it's good to see everybody back. Good to see some names coming in. Thanks for being here. Yes, Xander, to answer your question, the model train compilation is still going. Today's the last day, so if you have something that you'd like to add, we're requesting people who are subscribers to help us put together a video compilation for the GFW Trains 1000 subscriber special. If you do, please upload a video, include hashtag GFW Stay at Home Running Trains in the title, and we'll be able to scoop that up and include it in our compilation. If you don't have a YouTube channel that you can upload videos to, that's fine too. Just send it to us. We've gotten a couple submissions at trainbuds@gmail.com. Hopefully we can utilize all of those videos and make a pretty cool 1,000 subscriber special, because unfortunately with the stay-at-home order, we haven't been able to take very much good footage to put videos out. Normally, we don't do very many live streams, and we try and put out videos every 2 weeks. So, no, Xander, so I see you said crap that you missed the compilation. You know, you're good to go. Get one more day. Let's shoot that out to us, put in the hashtag, and away we go. So the C&WI was a company that ran Chicago Dearborn Station and was owned by the 5 railroads that use it. So I'm telling you, my dad, he's a walking library of railroads there.
I like this mallet.
All right. So Stevens King Productions with friends, all aboard, let's go, just like Casey Jr. You got it. Right there, we got the circus train going, don't we, George?
Yeah.
All right.
Over there.
Oh, it's coming through here. Lewis Beach says, I can't think of a better way to spend quarantine than model railroading. Yep, I agree, Lewis. That's pretty cool. What kind of railroads, do you model? Do you like O gauge like this, or do you model a different gauge?
Jeffrey
Jeffrey T. We call him.
Okay, JT.
Jeffrey T.
Okay. Jeffrey says, it's a compilation, and will it be on your YouTube channel? Yes, it will be on there.
Yes, step right on in here, George. So let's see. Jeffrey's from New Jersey. All right. George loves New Jersey. George has some good friends that are George has some good friends that are in a railroad club there in New Jersey. What's the name of the railroad, George?
The
Somerset
Train Masters, and they have a really cool O-scale 4-H club down there where they run trains and.
Where do they run the trains, George?
They run trains at 4-H like fairs, just train shows all over the place.
What do they run them on?
modular layout, similar to the ones I make videos on. In fact, if you go to one of my older videos, I think it was right before we just started up the YouTube channel, just started grinding on YouTube, like making videos. I produced a video called Rail Fanning with Friends, and it was down in Rhode Island when I met those guys, and there's a little segment of their layout that you can see, and it's very similar to the one we have. But yeah, I met a lot of my railroading friends out there, and yeah.
Jeffrey T is asking if we have a C&W C4 Hudson. Is that a C4 or E4?
Where?
With C&W Hudson, we don't. That would be a really cool one. We don't really have very much C&W equipment, do we, George? We've got one train. It's a pretty neat one.
Yeah.
What is it, George?
Wait, hold on. I gotta see the comment.
Oh, all right,
Where's the comment?
All right. George will look at the comments.
Oh, okay.
We've got an SD70 Ace, Protosounds 1.
No. It's a -9.
Oh, I got a -9, C&W -9. It's really, really quite cool. But that's pretty much our only C&W piece of equipment that we've got here. So,
John 268. Oh, sorry.
Northwestern 475 is here. Saying good day. Good to see you, Northwestern 475. Thanks for checking in. Where are you checking in from, and how's the weather?
Fat Stuff 1234 says hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Always like to see new people. Iron Fox 7 joined. Hello. Let's see. John 2618 says in Somerset. That is where I grew up in New Jersey. Yeah.
No kidding.
That's really cool.
We'll have to get you hooked up with these guys, John. It's a fantastic group. It's a 4-H club run by a really, really remarkable set of adults. And the young men and women that are involved with the group, mostly young men, they have a really, really neat setup and a great thing to do. So, all right, George says, I use the made-up railroad name, the SMRR, a.k.a. Smith Mountain Railroads, but I'm just at the end. I can't read it from back here, George.
Where?
That's right here. But I'm going to end the battle with the most powerful railroad in the world, the Pennsylvania Railroad. That's good. So,
Actually, I'm not going to get into railroad politics, but I appreciate the Pennsylvania, I do, but I think that the UP is pretty powerful.
Oh yeah. So Sleeping with Trains, checking in from Texas. All right. Jerry Satterley says, I'll need to head out. I'll catch you on the Big Bill show tonight. Take care. All right, good show, Jerry. We'll see you there. Thanks for checking in. Brandon, or Dad's asking Smith Mountain, Brandon if he lives in Smith Mountain Lake in Virginia. And we're probably way behind there. Jerry, again, thanks for coming. Barn full of trains saying see ya. Will the comp be on your YouTube channel? Absolutely. We're going to put that
Robert
up.
Pekorski, wow.
Bob's
Welcome to
in
the
the house.
city. Welcome to the stream.
And I'd known that Bob was going to be here. In fact,
He would have put on his
my
his special shirt, yeah.
Yeah, good to see you, Bob. Thanks for checking in on the stream. We got a fun day here we're having, running some trains.
Oh. Thank you.
All right, so get them together. Brandon the Frisco says, no, my name is Smith, and me and my boyfriend made the name Blue Mountain Railroad, so I mix them together to make Smith Mountain Railroad. By the way, I'm gay. All right, good. We glad you're here. Glad you're here. Jeffrey T says, I model the Pennsylvania Railroad, Reading, New York Central, and Central of New Jersey terrain. Very cool, very cool. Gosh, the stream's coming in really, really fast here, guys. So if we're not right on top of your comments, sorry about that. But it's so cool to see so many people here checking in. I was a little bit worried about it with the last 2 days with the wonkiness that we've had on our stream. George and I thought we had one of our best live streams yesterday, and went back to review it, and gosh, the video was so bad and so choppy. Lewis Beach says, I currently don't have a model railroad. You're busy with university stuff, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to start modeling 009 narrow gauge. Well, Lewis, I got to tell you, one of the people that are on the channel here, John 2618, you'll have to check out his YouTube channel. He's got a really, really neat layout in his apartment. that takes up a bedroom that's kind of along the side, and it's an HO scale layout. It's really nice. In fact, I'm going to use that as kind of a springboard. We've got a really neat community of people here that are all involved with model trains. It's a neat segment of the YouTube community and also the model railroad hobby. We've had a lot of fun doing this, but let's all support each other. Right next to all of the people that are here, there's little 3 dots on their YouTube or next to their name in the chat. Click on those and then hit the go to channel, and let's check out some of their stuff and support them. So that'd be really good. So let's see here. Good. Jeffrey T says he loves the CNW yellow jacket. Yep. Beautiful paint job. Isn't that good?
Bob says, I love that shirt. Ha.
Well, I'm going to have to feature that. Like I said, had I known you were going to be here, I've got a special shirt for those that you don't know that I got at Train Fest a couple years ago.
That Mr. Prikorsky loves.
Yep. Robert Prikorsky was in the stream here. He's a good friend of ours from the Train Collectors Association. We haven't really talked a little bit about the Train Collectors Association. That's a train club that George and I belong to. It's a bunch of people who are train enthusiasts, model train enthusiasts, that love collecting and operating trains. And Bob's been involved with that and been a good friend of ours through that for a long, long time. Fast Stuff's checking in. Hello, Fast Stuff. Good to see you. Fat Stuff 1, 2, 3, 4. Good to see you. I'm glad to see that you're here in the stream. We got a lot of new people that are here, and thanks for coming. So for the new people that are just checking in, we've got a show that George and I are going to be featured on tonight. It's a YouTube talk show, a model railroading talk show, and it's called Model Railroading Live. It's going to be on 9. It's going to be on at 9 Eastern. That's 8 Central. And there's going to be a segment called "Who's Big Bill Talking To?" And Gfw Trains, George, is going to be one of the our channel, George's channel. I say our, it's the Royal We, is going to be featured on that. So check it out. 9 o'clock Eastern. It should be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Brandon says, I made a video about your time on the Cardinal Valor cruise. Well, that's nice. I bet you had a good time on that cruise. Hopefully you got off the shit before all of the issues that they were having on those cruise lines. But boy, my wife and I have taken a couple of cruises, and we've really enjoyed that. In fact, my father, George Worderick, on here has started to become a riverboat cruiser. He's a big fan of the American Queen, I believe is the name of the riverboat that they go on. And they go on riverboat cruises all over the country. They enjoy that a lot. Jeffrey T, hot and 75 where you live. It sounds like it's a good day to be in New Jersey. So hopefully you're staying safe out there. Again, hats off to everybody that's continuing to work with COVID-17, especially all of those COVID-19. George is correcting me. COVID-17 is something else, right?
I don't know.
So, yeah. John says his parents live in Somerset. I'm telling you, we'll have to pass along some real neat information about that group. It's a fantastic group. I was so impressed, and Georgia still communicates with those guys from New Jersey. In fact, on our layout here, after we came back up over here in the corner, this corner right here, when we get the mural painted around here, we want to do that corner being New Jersey and the Jersey Shore. So should be a lot of fun to do that, and that's what we're planning on doing. Let's see here. Big G's Railroad. All right, George. Somebody checking in with the name Big G's Railroad. So
we like the letter G on this channel.
We do. We've got a lot of Georges, and in fact, Big G. The only reason why actually, there's a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons. Thanks for coming in. But we've got someone that we got on here called Online G. We've got someone on here that we call Grandpa G. OG, Original G. We got all kinds of G's. So it's good to see Big G's Railroad on here. So thanks for coming. Welcome to the stream. It's really cool that we've got so many people here. So let's see here. Iron Fox is saying the train uncoupled. I probably missed telling you, alerting you that. I missed alerting him to that a couple of minutes ago. Philip Lee's here. Hey, Philip, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming in. Good to see so many new names in the live stream. I was really worried after the last 2 days. We had some video quality problems 2 days ago when we were trying to use our camera, and then my phone as a camera. And then yesterday we were outside, and utilizing the phone as a camera, and I was utilizing it thinking that things were going great, but unfortunately I didn't realize there's a huge lag, and it was a really spotty video coming through. So I went back to watch it, and it was one of the worst videos. That said, it was lots of fun. Yesterday we were running trains outside on the porch, which is always fun to do. Running trains outside is good stuff. But today we're back in the basement. Today we're back running trains. George is running around operating, doing what he likes to do best. I'm checking in with everybody who's here and keeping up with the chat. For those of you just arriving, I got to put another pump out, Model Railroading Live, at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight.
Come and watch the live stream, and we're going to have a good time.
Yep, we're going to be, or George is going to be featured. I keep saying we. We're
going to be featured as a father-son modeling family.
So, and we're going to be on a segment on that called "Who's Big Bill Talking To?" So please check that out. And I got to tell you, we would be really, really humbled if you guys could all be there to help support us, because they said that they don't get a lot of O-gauge railroaders on there. And we're going to be on there bringing a different segment of the railroading community, and it would be really, really cool if we could bring some of the people that have joined us on these chats to be a part of that. So please join us there at 9 p.m. Eastern. Who's Big Bill Talking To? So let's see here.
Philip Lee, welcome to the stream.
Right on.
Grandpa says the Pennsy doesn't exist anymore. It's just a good memory.
Yeah. Penn Central.
Oh.
New York Central, Penn Central.
At least the Penn Central never crashed on Horseshoe Curve.
That's true. Norfolk Southern.
Conrail.
Crash. All right, Shane's Trains here. Hey, how you doing, Shane's Trains? Thanks for checking in. So Matt Joe says he's got to get back from working at home. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in. Let's see here. Gosh, miss a lot on the stream here. Old Railroad Crossing Production says that he uploaded his stop motion that he made. Very good. We'll have to check that out. Everybody who's here, check that out. So he's checking in from Texas, where it's 86 degrees. Look at that. It's pretty warm out there in Texas. I wouldn't trade our day for any day that we've got, though. 75 and perfect. Brandon says he's making some train tutorials. That's great. We need more train tutorials in the hobby. What do you think, George?
Yeah.
And Iron Fox says he's making a Union Station. Iron Fox has always got some fantastic videos on his channel. About George's age, and he's got a fantastic Lionel train layout and some really, really neat trains that he operates there. So let's see. Iron Fox says that he must be talking about making a Union Station in Minecraft. I see. And he's built a big boy in Minecraft. I didn't know if you did that on your channel or on your layout or not. I was thinking that you did that on your layout, which would be pretty cool, wouldn't it, George? Let's see here. Steam King does not like Minecraft. All right.
Wait, okay.
You say potato, I say potato. I know that some people like Minecraft and some people don't. I hope I don't have any COVID-17 or 19 or whatever. As I just spit in your face and like.
Just call it coronavirus, okay?
I don't. I like Corona. I don't want to associate the. So George, why don't you sit in the hot seat here?
Okay.
Speaking of Corona, I think I'm going to go get us some beer, root beer. All right, you can catch up. I'm right in here, George.
Okay, all right. I built a big boy in Minecraft. Oh, that's really cool. Every once in a while, me and a couple of my friends will goof around and we'll get back on Minecraft every once in a while. It's pretty fun. But yeah, we don't play it as often as we used to. let's see. Also, Lionel Trains made a new 2.0 set with the Berkshire. That's really cool. Yeah, they make a lot of sets. They're a pretty big company. Trains, hello, welcome to the stream. Steam King Production says it's very nice. I don't have it, but it's cool. Yes. Ben's Train says Brandon the Frisco at Brandon the Frisco 1522. Really nice. My birthday was yesterday. Oh, happy late birthday, Ben. Yeah. Brandon the Frisco 50 cent. Okay. I like all the 1950s streamlined passenger trains you guys have. Well, thank you. We have a couple more sets that I don't think have been featured yet. But yeah. Let's see. Shane's Train says, why can't it be the option to visit channels from the chat? It can actually. I think if you click on the channel name that you want to go visit, it should have like a drop down menu that says go to channel or other stuff, and then you can click on go to channel. It should work. If it doesn't, then I don't know. But if you're on like a computer, there should be like 3 little dots that show up whenever you click to somebody's channel, and then you click on those dots. Iron Fox 7 says, I'm making a Union Station in Minecraft, but I'd love to make that. Yeah. Iron Fox, should I do Engines of Southern Pacific? Well, I think if I were you, I'd ask Amtrak Guy 365 for permission before you can do that. I know that, there's been a lot of, inspirational videos, and I know that, I'm pretty sure that, I know he would like if you asked first. Barnful of Trains says, Shane's Trains, mine is doing the same thing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But if you have the opportunity to do that, make sure to go to subscribe at everybody's channels. I know that the community, I think it's important that everybody in the community supports each other's channels. Steam King Productions with Friends says, my dog Casey Jr. is with me. Yes, I have a dog named that. That's really cool. It did the same on another stream, too. YouTube glitch, maybe. Let's see. I can go to a channel from the chat. It gives me that feature on the YouTube studio that we run our streams on. A squeaky car. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, nothing new. I'm gonna go back and read some stuff. Andrew Garcia says, hey George and Wally, I was wondering if you guys would be willing to video chat about the TCA on Messenger sometime. Yes, I'm sure we're able to do that, Angel. We can probably communicate back and forth about that, but I'd really enjoy, or really like to have you come to some of the meetings. That'd be really cool, Angel.
Alright, George. Time for the reveal.
Hold on, wait, let me get moved out of the way.
Look at that shirt right there, huh? Look at that. We need to...
Why don't you do a 360 real quick?
Yeah, please. Look at that, Bob. Just for you. I need some Ric Flair going. That's some Ric Flair music.
You need the... Now you need a mullet.
Yeah. There we go. How about that for a loud train shirt, huh? Can't beat that, George.
Lewis Beach says, George, any reason why you decided to model O-gauge instead of anything smaller? Well, my family has been collecting O-gauge since... Grandpa, you're gonna have to, help me out on this, but do you remember the year when Grandpa got his first train set?
I'm guessing 1946.
We've been collecting model trains since 1946.
Our family has. My grandpa was 3 years old, I believe, when he got his first train. He was born in 1943. So I believe the first train
line out post-war 1666. The first train number 1 in our collection, was bought in 1946, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a pretty sweet train set, and I'm glad that train set started it all. Tim says it's the Wally Train Fest shirt.
It is.
Yes.
It is. Everybody thinks that I'm like Mr. Canadian National when I wear this shirt.
Everybody always asks if he works for them. Iron Fox 7 says O gauge is more bigger and more quality feel to it. It's more of the engines have more ability than any other scale. Yeah, I'd say so. Lewis says that's amazing. What a great thing to pass down. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, Lewis, here's the cool thing. So, George is into trains. I'm into trains, and then the other person that's in the stream here, George Wooderick.
Original G.
He's the original G. He is. He's my father, so we got 3 generations that participate. I'm sure he'd be right here on the stream with us, participating. But since we got our stay-at-home going on, he's not able to be here with us, unfortunately. But every day we catch up with him, catch up with our model training with him on the live stream here. So,
Human City Junction says, hello, all just left FMR Railroad, which is another family railroad channel. We were talking, actually, when we did our interview with the guys on Model Railroading Live, they actually brought up that YouTube channel. It's actually really cool.
Very cool. I never had heard of that. I'm going to have to check them out.
Remember they're the ones talking about, they were the first father and son channel?
Oh, right, on the...
I think that's them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, fantastic.
Lewis says, I'm the only one in my family who likes trains, so I'm very jealous of you a lot. Yeah, I am very fortunate to be born in a family with such a legacy.
A train legacy, huh?
Legacy.
Well, that too, right?
With such a legacy, yes. Brandon the Frisco 1522 says railroading is the best. Yes, it is. Human City Junction says, when was your interview with Big Bill? Well, we did it Wednesday night, or no, Monday night, but we're gonna be on the stream tonight.
Right, it's actually going to be live on there, on Model Railroading Live. We didn't really do an interview with them. They just did what they called a tech tune-up, which is where they made sure that our computer was operating right, that we got the right link in, and he asked us a couple of questions just so he had some good background about us. But George, after he got a chat out, says, I'm saving some of the best information so I can wow him.
Yeah. Got the train brain.
The train brain on. Let me guess, George, you got the train brain hat on? Oh, no, that is the only hat that George ever wears.
No, that's not true.
I have asked George to wear train hats on the live stream because it's a train live stream. That was a definite no. But for the last couple of days, we've been getting some train shirts. We got line out train shirts. I'm going to insist that he wear a Train Collectors Association shirt tonight.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yes, tonight. Maybe even a train hat. What do you think? And now I'm getting a straight up no from George.
But I will wear a t-shirt. Okay, let's see. Okay, we lost them. Steam is King Productions with friends says blow the whistle really long. Alright, there you go. Human City Justice says, I think that Don G from Nearby Historical Railroad, he also does MRR with his dad, and they were definitely on Model Railroading Live. Yes, that's really cool. Ben's Train says, I agree with Iron Fox, no matter what post-war is better than other stuff in my opinion. Yes. I do agree. Ben's Trains, or Iron Fox 7 said, both my grandpas like trains. I have a family history on the railroads. That's really cool. Human City Junction says, so 9 p.m. tonight, I will be there.
All right, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. We want to have a pretty good showing of people from our little corner of the model railroading hobby and then our little corner of YouTube as well, because they said that they're excited to have us on, and they didn't get very many O-gauge model railroaders on and very many father and son, so good. And Dad will make sure that you're there in spirit. And they said, I don't know if I told you this or not, Dad, but they had also said that they wanted to have you on as well, just you. So when this whole stay-at-home thing kind of dies down a little bit, I think that they'll want us to get you in connection with them so they can get that interview with you dialed up.
Alrighty. Angel Garcia says, gotta head out for an online class. I'll catch up with you guys on Messenger. Yes, definitely. We love to incorporate you into the TCA and the modular lab and all that stuff. Alright, let's go back up. Is there going to be another live stream at 9 p.m.? No, we're going to be on Model Railroading Live at 9 p.m. tonight, Eastern, I think. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern and 8 o'clock Central and 7 o'clock Western, or whatever that is out there. Mr. Pecorsi says, I stepped away. You changed shirts. Nice, not. Ben's Train says, Brandon, what scale do you have? Yeah, I don't know. Ben's Train says the only other person who liked trains in my family is my grandpa. My great-grandpa had some Marx trains, but that's it. My uncle has 2 or 3 Marx sets, but he only uses them at Christmas. Yeah, it's just my dad who really incorporated the trains into our family, kind of brought down the legacy. I know my aunt's husband started getting into trains, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Time for wine, Grandpa says. Yes.
Time for wine. Very good. And time for beer for us.
Root beer.
Root beer.
Human City Junction says there are a lot of live streams tonight. Community Railroading does at 6 p.m. Sparky 107 at 7 p.m. and Mile Railroading Live at 9 p.m. You guys are going to have a real good dose of live streaming tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Brandon the Frisco says, 1522 says, I don't have any model trains. Oh, well, hope you get some in the future. Steam is King Production says, I do, Brandon, okay. Oops, Frozen, let's see. Iron Fox says, okay, so I know Brandon the Frisco asked for model railroading tips. I just go with kind of what you want, what you love in terms of like what you want to model in, and then just go from there.
I would echo you on that, George, because if you're modeling what you like, then it's not a chore to do it.
It's more enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Iron Fox 7 says, Brandon, I have a suggestion. Go to a train show, and there will have everything you need. Yeah, that is true.
I agree with that. And not only that, but you can be able to network and really meet some people that have similar tastes, that are fans of the hobby and everything like that.
He says I have to save $350. So, also, Brandon Fisher said 1522 says I can't go to mile railroading or train shows. Oh, that stinks.
Well, you know what? You save up your money, get out there, and get some
sets.
Yep. That's good stuff.
Brent's Train says me and my grandpa were the only ones who had train labs, and it's sad to say, but my grandpa's lab is gone. Yeah, I know you talk about it a lot. It sounds like a really cool layout.
Yeah, well, it's really neat that he sure passed along this love of the hobby to you. You've got a really cool channel with all that post-war stuff that you got on there. George, can I just real quick, before you move on, keep track of where you're at there, and just everybody, if you look at the live chat, and right next to all of the names on the live chat are 3 dots. You hover over the 3 dots, it says go to channel. Support everybody that's on the live stream here. Go check out their channel, see what they've got. We've got some really cool YouTube channels from our group of usuals that are here.
Brandon, wait, Grandpa says I am flattered. Original G. Iron Fox 7 says, why can't you, Brandon? And then he says my mom won't drive me, and I don't know about my dad, and I don't think there are train shows in Memphis. That is very untrue. There are plenty of train shows in Memphis.
I think the Train Collectors Association has a group out there in Tennessee for sure. So not sure how close they are to Memphis there, but they've got a very active group that's in Tennessee for sure. Charles Morehouse is here, George.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Good to see you. Good to see you, everybody.
Ben's Train says that's true. What? Okay.
The 3 dots is not working. Well, I'm sorry about that, but regardless, make sure that you check out some of that stuff. The 3rd dot is not there now, and several others are having the same issue. Well, that's too bad. Well, regardless, remember some of the names and check out those channels going back. So, did I miss it? Did George? Is George been here for a while, or is this a new George checking in?
He's been here
This.
since the start.
All right. Well, oh yeah, I remember you saying that. All right. Well, thanks for letting us know, everybody. So we do this every so often, and I know that some of the people have already checked in and said what their favorites are, but what some of their favorites are. But if you guys could tell us what's your favorite, check in with what your favorite railroad is. Let us know what your favorite railroad is. We'll start with you, George. What's your favorite?
I like the Norfolk and Southern.
Norfolk and Southern. What's your favorite old-timey railroad?
The Southern Pacific.
Southern Pacific. All right. Well, that's good. That's good.
Actually, no, that's not true.
You said something different yesterday.
Yeah, I did say something. I'm not very consistent on that. I don't know. I like them all. I can't really
That's
choose
good.
them.
That's good.
But I do love the Milwaukee Road.
Milwaukee Road. That's not what you said yesterday either.
I know. I'm just
The
saying that
Milwaukee
now.
Road, Southern Pacific, and what was the one you said yesterday?
I don't remember.
No.
Mopac? Wait, I didn't say Mopac.
Sounds like moron.
Oh, the Mona.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. My favorite's probably my favorite current railroad's probably BNSF. And my favorite legacy railroad, I probably like the Milwaukee Road and the Monon. Those are my 2 favorites. We live near the BNSF tracks here where I live now, and I grew up along the Milwaukee Road tracks. So, George, I'm missing some stuff here. What do we got?
We got people.
Mike's here. All right, Mike. Good to see you on the stream here.
If I were to make a new layout and had some room, I'd do IRM. You can run whatever you want in the museum side and current stuff on UP track.
That is a great idea. We talked about that before. Wouldn't that be a fun idea for
or just
a layout?
any rail, or just model like a museum. That'd be really cool.
So we've got a lot of different modelers here. Mike, who's just checking in. Mike's a S-gauger. He collects American flyer trains. He's got one of the best American flyer collections that I've ever seen. How about you, George?
Yes, he has this wall in his apartment, and whenever we go over there, he likes to tell us about how rare some of the trains are on there.
They are. That's probably the only time you ever see some of that stuff, right?
Yeah, and it's funny too because he has multiple of the rare variations.
Yep. He's one of our train show buddies.
Yes, we go to a lot of train shows with him.
Yeah,
we enjoy it.
Yep. Have a good time. Can't wait till we get back going to those. We miss doing that.
So George, CTAF 282 462. Oh, that's a long name. The New Haven. Charles says Erie Lackawanna.
All right, cool. That's a good one. I like the Erie Lackawanna. I didn't really get sorry, George, not to cut you off. I didn't really get an appreciation for the Erie Lackawanna until we went out east, and specifically, not necessarily the Erie Lackawanna, but when we went to Steamtown, it was neat to get educated on that out there.
Ben's Train says either the Pennsy or the New York Central. Wow.
So how about the Penn Central? If you like both of those, Ben, how about the Penn Central? You like the Penn Central at all? I kind of like the Penn Central because the Penn Central...
Because they have good memes.
Well, no, the Penn Central was one of the quote-unquote legacy railroads that were around just when I first started knowing about trains. Penn Central and Conrail, those were...
Well, Penn Central is... Yeah.
Now it is, but not then. They're two different railroads.
Really? I thought that the Penn Central.
All right,
and,
keep going.
Okay. Anyways, I like the Penn Central because there's a lot of good memes about them.
Yeah.
Mr. Pekorski says the copper range, the P and
While you're answering
LE
this, hold on, George. While you're
George,
answering
you already mentioned about.
I know, but just as long as you're talking about Bob, I have
Are you just gonna pump up your chest real quick?
Right, there you go.
Okay.
Look at that shirt. Go ahead.
And he
Answer
likes
your
the
question
UP
for Bob.
He likes the UP Modern. That's really cool. Brandon Frisco, 1522 is back. Well, welcome back. Grandpa, this one's kind of obvious, the Monon. Ben's Train says only old-timey railroads is either the Penn State, the New York Central, or the Erie. And the new railroads, I'm not sure, probably Penn State still. Are they? I don't think they're a thing anymore.
Who's that?
Ben's Trains.
Okay.
I found out not far from here, there's a Memphis Mile Railroading Club. They're not open until October. Well, there you go.
That's cool. Hook up with them. I'm telling you. I don't know how old you are, but these model railroad clubs really love it when you see a younger whippersnapper get in the hobby. It's they want to grow the hobby. They see you and know that you'll help grow the hobby. And making sure you get it out there. Start networking with them. So,
alrighty, Charleston Rail Fanner. Okay.
Good to see you here, Charleston
yeah,
Rail Fanner. Thanks for checking in.
Good to see you here. Okay, let's see. Never mind, it's in June. Well, I mean, it's a start. It's a start. Just put it that way. Brandon Frisco. Okay. Robert Porsche says supermodel. Ours Train says, "Yay! I caught the stream." Yes.
Well, good. Hey, good to see you, ours. I just was going through some YouTube recommendations that came up the other day, George, and I saw ours Trains channel out. He's got a really, really neat channel out. From what I understand, and maybe you can fill in some blank, that you normally do rail fanning, but since we got the stay at home, he's gone back to what he started his YouTube channel was, which was model trains, and he's got some really, really neat or put up some really, really neat YouTube videos about his train layout and some of his favorite trains on there. So again, I know that the dots aren't working, but please, everybody, support each other that's on the stream here. Support each other in the hobby. Check out each other's channels because it's so fun to see some of the videos that people make with the various different trains and train layouts. I have to say that there's some neat stuff. But thanks for coming and checking in with the stream. It's good to see. Ours Trains is just checking in. Why don't you tell everybody who's just checking in what we're running tonight?
Well, we're running the Casino Mallet, which is back there. And then we have the Cab Forward. Whoops.
My phone, I got that.
We got the Cab Forward right there. And then we have the Monon F units over there, and then the GS4 and the track over right
I'll take a little tour around here.
Let's
So,
answer these comments.
all right.
Yeah. Just, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Good show, George.
Iron Fox 7 says I'm back.
Good to have you back, buddy.
Oh, or Mr. Proportion says the Cass Scenic Road. That one's a good one. Yeah.
I tell you what, that would be a fun one. This last summer, George and I were out there in Virginia, and we were going to try and make a run to the Cass Scenic Railroad, and we didn't get a chance to. But next summer, we're going to be out in Virginia again. We're going to have to make a run to the Cass Scenic Railroad, huh, George? Make plans to do that.
Charleston Railfanner says my HO scale George Bush 4041 DC sound unit is making cranky noises when its sound is on. It's weird. Oh, that's not good.
Hey, South Brooklyn Railroad's checking in. That's Big Bill, George.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, good to see you here, Big Bill. We've been talking about the show tonight. That's Model Railroading Live. Big Bill.
Who's Big Bill talking to?
Who's Big Bill talking to? Is checking in right now. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. Model Railroading Live. Make sure you check it out. We're promoting, trying to get some of the people from our little corner of YouTube out there, and then the people that are Also, 3-rail O-gaugers or O-gauge model railroaders to check out the show. So good to see you here.
Human City Junction says, at South Brooklyn Railroad, we hear you have a good guest on tonight. Yeah.
Wait a sec. 2 good guests, right?
Good guests.
Yeah, right. Right.
Human City Junction says, I have to jump off now to take care of the dog so I can watch the live stream tonight. Well, thank you for popping by. Hopefully we can see you tonight.
Good to see you. Stay at home running trains.
South Brooklyn Railroad says, great.
Well, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
I won't tell Big Bill about your curveball yesterday. We were practicing and it wasn't breaking. I wouldn't have had him throw a curveball on his first pitch yesterday. It wouldn't have sent the right message.
I got one to break.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
They weren't too good. It's okay. We're still working on it. Philip Lee says, I'll let you guys know I did catch a Delaware and Hudson rail car on a... Whoa.
No way.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Canadian Pacific, checking in, CP. Right on the Milwaukee Road where I used to live. Has changed hands and now it's a CP main line out there outside of Chicago. So Charleston East, Kate, checking in. Good to see you from across the pond. Everything is good here. It's a beautiful day in Chicago. Actually, we had almost a picture-perfect day. It was about 70 degrees, sunny skies. I went up to go get some root beer and looked outside, George. It's cloudy. It's about ready to rain.
Oh, God. I got to take all the wiffle ball stuff.
Oh, we got it. Your younger sister.
Okay.
I told her to go pick that up because you're out down here doing the stream.
Okay, well, we have two questions about your shirt.
All right.
2 comments about your shirt. Charles says, nice CN shirt, yes. And then South Brooklyn Railroad says, Wally, where did you get that great-looking shirt?
Well, a couple of years ago, we were at a model railroad show in Milwaukee, Wisconsin called Train Fest. And CN had a booth there, and they were selling these shirts. So they had crews for a, where is it here? For a balloon. And they modeled them after pit crew shirts, and there you go. Pretty neat shirt. So got that right from the railroad. Actually, what I tell people is that the Canadian National has a pit crew, where when they have trains that need their wheels changed real fast, they just pull them into the yard. They call up the pit crew, and they come out and take off the wheels and put on new wheels and fill it up with gas. So that's what this shirt.
Or put like lubricant on the wheels.
Oh, right.
Ben Strain says my 1101 Scout was being weird after I filmed my video this morning. The trailing wheels kept coming off the rails. Oh, well, I hope you were able to fix that. I know those Scouts can be pretty tricky.
Yeah, the Scouts are pretty tricky. Once you got them down, you got them down.
All right, let's see. Oh, we can do the. We can show what's going on right now with the trains.
Oh yeah.
The trains around.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll do that a little
The reason
bit
why I
here.
didn't want to do it earlier is because we had a lot of comments.
All right, very good.
So
Well, I tell you what, George, I'm going to hand you my phone, and you can stay up to beat on the comments.
Already.
And I'll do the. You don't have to answer them, George, but I'll. You can see what.
Our stream says, and this is actually a pretty good question. You know, every model railroader asks that one question: what is the most expensive train that was worth it, and what was the most expensive train that wasn't worth it? Yeah, I'm gonna have you answer that one. I know you purchased a lot of trains. What do you think?
George, I'm going to come over here by you and show the station and ask the question again.
Okay, so Arch Train says, you know, every model railroader asks that one question: what's the most expensive train that was worth it, and then what was the most expensive train that wasn't worth it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yes.
That is a good
Are
question.
you gonna think about that?
Yeah. I'm like, give me a couple seconds to think about that.
Hey, we're back.
I've got two good answers.
Actually, I have an idea, but I'm not going to say it.
So, let me start with this one. Ours, so you're in the post-war Lionel, and this isn't necessarily a story of me, but it's a story about our family. My mom was looking for a gift for my father for an anniversary that they had, and she wanted a really special gift for him. So she had asked me to help her find something really special. So she went out, and we were able to find some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful post-war Canadian Pacific F3s, which is one of the rarest and most sought-after Lionel trains. And anyhow, we this one is in the most expensive but worth it category. We plunked down a lot of money to get those trains, or to get those beautiful engines as a gift for my father, and they were beautiful and they were perfect.
Where'd you get them?
Got them at a train show, and anyhow, they were always a centerpiece in my father's collection. And one day, we had some friends over who are the seminal collectors of Lionel diesel locomotives. They have the best diesel locomotive collection that you've ever seen. They have pristine mint, right across the board, almost every single Lionel diesel. And they took a look at those Santa Fe F3s, and lo and behold, it turned out that those those Canadian Pacific F3s were painted on a shell for a different. The shells were painted on a different color gray than they should have been, and they went from being a really rare piece to almost a one-of-a-kind, crazy rare piece. So they went from being something that was probably a $2,500 to $3,000 train to something that was being priceless. So that one is my example of the best expensive train that was worth it. And I always hate to say an expensive train that wasn't worth it, because I really like all trains and try and make them worth it, with the exception of one train. One train has been my biggest disappointment ever.
This train,
George,
I
for
love it. I
some
love
reason,
it.
loves it.
It's my favorite, one of my favorite non-TMCC engines.
Oh my gosh. I don't.
As you can see, it has a real nice back coupler. No front coupler. There was one at one point, not anymore. It's got some switches on the bottom. Don't know what they're for. Probably don't even have anything to do with the engine.
They don't. Those switches they don't work. There's nothing that those switches work on, George.
So I can just like play with them?
They don't do anything. So let me tell you the story behind this one. I believe it was 1998, when Lionel trains were still being made in Michigan. I had the opportunity to go to the Lionel factory, and it was a very neat experience. We went there. I saw the SP Black Widows being made in regular production, and anyhow, after I was done, I was on cloud nine because I had just gotten to see the Lionel factory. Walked into the visitor center store, and they had a bunch of different trains that were for sale, and I saw this one. I thought, oh my gosh, it was the only engine that they had. Most of the stuff that they were selling was cars. They had this engine. And I thought, I've got to have it, I've got to have it, I've got to have it. And I plunked down the asking price on it. And it wasn't expensive.
Like $50.
No, it was about $75. I plunked down $75 for this one. But, and I took it home, and I was like, I got to try this engine straight from the Lionel factory. So I did. And there was a reason why it was in the... Actually, I don't know why it was in the visitor center store. I would never put this train in the visitor center store. It's supposed to be an engine that's got two motors in the trucks, and it's only got one motor. And it's only got one of these small can motors, and I swear this thing does not pull but about 2 or 3 cars.
Grandpa and I can, we can prove that wrong.
And it started to fall apart the moment that I got it.
Coupler came off.
Coupler came off. Not only that,
Every once in a while, a wheel will come off.
not only that, but the switches at the bottom don't work. So I guess that part of my level of disappointment with this engine, and part of the reason why George loves it so much, is that I got it right from the Lionel factory, and I thought I was going to get something special, and it was anything but special. It was just the opposite. So that's my my long story to that.
Okay, so we have we're kind of behind on a lot of stuff. I'm gonna start. Mr. James Conductor is joining the stream.
Hey, great to see you here.
Hey,
Thanks for
we
coming.
enjoyed your stream the other day. That was real fun.
Yep, he's got a neat channel, very neat channel. Got some nice custom jobs that he's doing on that one.
Iron Fox and Brandon the Frisco says what YouTube channel is going to be. So the live stream tonight's going to be on Model Railroading Live.
You can check out that channel by just go into their YouTube search and search up Model Railroading Live.
And
it's just a backup search. Sorry to cut you off, George, but it's a weekly railroading talk show, a model railroading talk show that they do within the hobby, where they it's really neat. You have to check it out. Again, it's at 9 o'clock. Just go into the search box and type in Model Railroading Live, and you'll be able to pick that on up. And we're going to be at 9 a.m. and there's a segment that they do on this show, or part of it. I'm sorry, 9 a.m. Did I say 9 a.m.? Because I meant to say 9 Eastern time. I'm glad you caught that. So 9 Eastern time, 8 Central, and in the show they've got a part that's called "Who's Big Bill Talking To?" and he is going to be talking to none other but the one and only
Gfw Trains and company.
Gfw Trains
and Waldorf
Productions. And the guy who takes them everywhere, the guy who drives them everywhere,
and the guy who sets up the computer.
All right, sorry to derail you, George. See what I did there?
So Grandpa's talking.
Excuse the pun. I'm so punny.
Grandpa's actually talking more about the
Milwaukee. Yeah.
So they're painted on a Milwaukee Road shell. So the Milwaukee Road F units, they are they are pretty rare F units. They are almost as rare as the CP ones. But those are like really rare engines, and just to have another really rare engine made out of a really rare engine shell is just like
right.
And she gave them to him on their overnight anniversary in Toronto. You should have seen Customs when I showed them on our way, or Customs. Huh.
Oh no, these custom trains.
Oh, when I showed them on our way home. That's really cool. Ours Train says, "Oh, I love the store. I live right by the CP main line here in New York, and I've always wanted anything CP related or for my lay. I can tell you through grapevine on the F3s must be neat." Yes.
Yeah, they are fantastic. So Grandpa says, look on Lionel Nation 5 for those of you that are familiar with the TM video series, Lionel Nation. My father's layout that my mom and I and some friends built is featured on Lionel Nation 5, and that particular train is featured in the segment about his train layout on Lionel Nation 5.
Yes.
In fact, let me see if I go ahead, George. Keep reading.
But yeah, it's a pretty great thing, or movie, or TV show, and I like it a lot. Oh God. Alright, so Brandon says, do we have any industry on our lab? Well, that is supposed to be industry back there.
All right, Brandon, there's a story behind that. Let me pipe in here real quick. So we have just, during this stay at home, gotten this train layout online and operating. It's been a process over a year where we have been slowly getting it together. So what you see here is just the beta phase. It's not done yet. Just kind of an idea of what we want to do. We've got trains operating. We've got them operating electronically through Train Master Command Control, Legacy, and then also with Mike's Train House's DCS. But what you see here is probably not going to be the finished product. In fact, if you go around the train room on the outside here, we're going to have mural painted on. Over in the corner back over here, we're going to have industry, and we've got a switching yard over there. And you kind of saw the first stages of our station and station platforms, but we want to have a full-blown station. And we've got our train layout is on carpet, so it's white carpet that, because our layout's ultimately going to be a winter layout as well. So to answer that was a long answer to your short question. The short answer is no, we don't have any industry, but that's coming. That's coming. So
Alrighty, so James, Mercer James, conductor says, "What's been the worst model train crash you've seen yet?" Mine was when I saw a pre-war 700E get double teamed at a cross section by two
oh no!
080s. The engine shell split down the middle.
Oh no! We were just talking about that the other day about how some of those old Hudsons have some zinc rot in their molding, and if you hit them the wrong way or you take them apart, that the molding on those Hudsons just fall apart. So I know exactly what you're talking about. That must have been heartbreaking. I'll tell you mine. George loves this story. This is a story about a post-war train and George and a big accident.
Wait, what?
Yeah. True story, ladies and gentlemen. True story. So for Christmas one year, I got some really nice Erie Alcos. I forget the number of the Erie Alcos. 2024, 2020. Anyway, 2023. I don't think that's the number, but they're nice post-war Erie Alcos in almost mint condition. And I was so excited to have those. I was running them around the Christmas tree. And George was always really, really respectful of trains. Always really respectful of trains, and knows things and respects the value of trains. Well, anyway, one day I left it out after I was running it around the Christmas tree, and George decided that he wanted to run the train, and so I was at work. He was running the train. The train came off the track. I think that's what it was.
I don't remember.
The train came off the track. I should preface that George was about 3 or 4 years old, and anyway, the train as he was behind the track trying to fix the train, the Christmas tree fell down, and it fell right on top of my Eries, and put a big old ding in the back of the Eries. So George doesn't like that story, but that's probably one of my big post-war train crashes. The other ones are classified information because when I was growing up, my father.
Hey.
My father had my father, George Werderick, on here has a great post-war collection. He's got so many different pieces, and he was away all of the time. He was an airline pilot, so he was away from the house a lot. So when he was away from the house, I would dive into his collection and take those trains out and run them, and he didn't know. So I do have some train wrecks, but they're highly classified and can't be shared on the public forum, especially a public forum that my dad's on. So
it's Area 12 where all the train secrets are kept.
Yes.
Anyways, mine is probably when I crashed a big boy that wasn't mine, and I caused a huge derailment at Train Fest.
An O-gauge big boy, right? Was it a legacy one, or was it a...
It was a legacy one, and it was weathered, too.
Oh, my
Professionally weathered. Luckily, nothing was hurt, but it was pretty bad. I crashed every single train on the track. I was trying to, I don't know what I was doing, but I was running it really fast. I was like 6 or 7 years old, and I don't know, it just came off the tracks, and it didn't, like, it wasn't on a curve, it just, like, I don't know, I think it just, like, the lead truck just popped off the track, and, I don't know, it just stopped.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else?
I tell you what, just a funny, not sides, on our layout here, I don't know if you caught it, we've got a Gargraves double crossover, and the double crossover, if you have both of the tracks going across, when the train comes through, you get a short circuit. It's just the way that it's set up. You can't, there isn't anything you can do about it. And the other day, I was working on something, and we have this AC9 back over here. Let me find that. And I'd forgotten that I had those across, and the train was going, and I realized that it was going to cross over, and I tried to stop it, and I couldn't stop it. AC9 went over that spot, shorted out, and hasn't been the same since. I'll show you.
Hasn't run since. Iron 57. No, the live stream at 9 is not going to be on Gfw Trains. It's going to be on Model Railroading Live. Yes, on a segment called "Who's Big Bill Talking To?"
So let me show you that AC9. So yeah, I shorted that one out the other day. That's my most recent one that hurts. Big, beautiful engine. That's probably the biggest one that we own, and probably fried a circuit board or something on that one. But it ain't working, and probably won't be working again until we get out of the
COVID-19.
Yep, the stay at home. So
Arch Train says, I'm trying to think. My worst train crash wasn't a crash, but 2 seconds away from it. My Blue Comet and 681 turbine nearly collided at full speed. Accidentally flipped the switch, and they went onto the same track. Whoa, that's really cool.
yeah.
Somebody asked if the Southern Pacific Cab Forward, or Brandon DeFisco 1522 says, asked if the Cab Forward is basically a steam diesel because of the cab. No, it's a steam engine. It's not a diesel.
So Tim was talking about, I'm just reading on my phone here, George. Tim was talking about some wrecks that they are having on a crossover that he's got at the wrecks on our Diamond at the 3D or SD3R. It says, I watched someone destroy their tavern car on their SP Daylight. All GGD and the train split when he went through the crossover and creamed the car. So yeah,
that must have sucked. We usually have wrecks on our Diamond at SD3R, but usually nothing is damaged.
Mr. James Conductor says AC9 more like AC8 worth of dime.
Well, I mean, to give it some leeway, it was like, it's been run a ton. I mean, it's got a lot of runtime on it.
I agree with you, James. It's a touchy engine. It's probably one of our most touchy. In fact, getting back to what I was trying to decide which was one of our bigger purchases that was worth it. We've got a couple of trains that we operate on my dad's train layout that have miles and miles and miles on them, not only there, but on the Train Collectors Association layout. And his big boy, it's it's a JLC big boy, right?
They always get the original one too.
Right. But the JLC big boy, the Legacy big boy, the JLC one. So it's not the most recent, the Vision Line one. But man, that one is a beautiful engine. We run that all the time, and that's a tank.
Just to put it in perspective, I think he got that. When did he get that?
Right brand new, but I don't remember what year that one.
I think I was around then, but I've been running it for as long as I can walk, and that thing has gone through. I mean, it's crashed into the Acela. We've had plenty of train crashes on that layout. That actually, the Acela train crash was actually kind of scary.
Tell them about the Acela train.
So Sammy was running the big boy.
Sammy's his cousin.
My cousin. Sammy was running the big boy, and I was running the Acela. And there's this crossing behind the station at my grandpa's layout where we can run figure eights. And my cousin and I were running the full layout, which is like a huge layout. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes to get around. But I don't know what happened, but I was running the Acela the way the Acela should be run, fast. And I don't know what happened, but I think Sammy and I were talking, and the Acela went over the crossing track, and the big boy just T-boned the Acela. And luckily nothing was hurt, but yeah. Brandon the Frisco 1522 says, are O-scale ties flexible? And I know the Cab Forward is a steam. It's AC. Okay. So it depends on what kind of a track you get. I mean, if you're going for like Lionel track, then it would probably be not flexible. But if you get like third party track like Gargrave's, I don't think Ross's track.
Well,
is
we've got
flexible.
we've got Gargrave's Flex track on.
Yeah. I mean, Gargrave's flex track, you can fly. It just depends on what kind of track you get. If you want to add on to that, you can.
Nope. But he says that the cab forward is is a steam. It's an AC12. Well, we always call the cab forward the AC12. We always call that the cab forward, and then we call the AC9 the backwards cab forward.
Or the cab backwards.
Or the cab backwards.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Yeah. Well, right on. That's good. Well, thanks everybody for being here, George. Tell everybody who's just showing up about the show we're going to be on tonight.
So, we are going to be on Model Railroading Live on a segment called Who's Big Bill Talking To?
All the cool kids are showing up. It's going to be Model Railroading Live. Check that out on YouTube. Search that up. And it's going to be at 9 p.m. tonight Eastern. 9 p.m. tonight Eastern. And George, the other thing that you can do, why don't you give a little pump on the hashtag?
So basically, what we're doing for our 1,000 subscriber special is we had a layout, or since due to the coronavirus, we're not able to go to a special layout to.
We had been saving the layout that we built at my father's house, George's grandpa's house, for a 1,000 subscriber special. It's a really special layout, one that's special to both of us. And because of the virus, we're not going to be able to get there and make a video of it. So
we basically, we wanted to incorporate the subscribers and fans, and
we wanted to reach out to them and ask for some videos so we can make a 1,000 subscriber compilation, right, George?
Yes.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to put words in your mouth.
Basically, what we're doing is we're asking you guys to make videos for our 1,000 subscriber compilation. And so basically, all you have to do is make a little video of your train layout or floor layout or layout that you
Anything.
have.
Just make a video.
And then post it to YouTube at GFW Stay at Home Running Trains. Or if you don't have a channel that you post on and you'd like to still incorporate your layout into the video, you can email trainbuds@gmail.com. And as you can see, we have quite a big list of people that want to be in the compilation.
Or that are in the compilation.
Submitted
videos, right.
So it doesn't have to be too long because we want to incorporate everybody's video.
Well, that's fine. We submit it in. We're going to probably do some editing and everything like that. So love to see it. Put it on there. The other side note to that is with the hashtag GFW Stay at Home Trains, that you can, if you go to any one of the videos, the hashtag GFW Trains shows up as a hyperlink. You can just hit that, and you'll be able to do that. And if you do submit a video, we're doing a giveaway where we're going to have a prize for O-Gauge,
and
HO,
or S-Gauge.
And right, we've got an HO prize, an S-Gauge prize, and an O-Gauge prize. And we're going to have a random drawing for everybody that have submitted a video, and the person that wins will get to pick a prize from any one of the gauges.
Also, if you are going to submit a video, please try and have it in by tonight, because we're going to start editing or putting the video
I've got
together.
to download them all off of YouTube, which is kind of a cumbersome process. So I wanted to start doing that tomorrow. So.
Brandon Frisco says, well, he asked a question. I read it. Oh, some cab forwards are AC9s. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't think they made cab forwards out of AC9s, but I know they made cab forwards out of like the early AC series. A lot of the cab forwards were early AC series. There might have been AC9 cab forwards, but yeah, I know they made a lot of not all cab forwards are AC12s, but yeah.
So that would be cool if you submitted a video, ours trains. That would be great. I would love to have that, whether it's 20 seconds or longer. We got a neat layout and a neat collection, so it'd be really cool. DB Tech's asking, are you going to let the subscribers vote, George?
No. What we're going to do is we're going to take everybody that submitted a video and we're going to put them in a hat. So that's similar to what we did with the treasure hunt video. And then we're going to draw a random person out of the hat.
So it'll be random for all of the people that have submitted videos. So everybody will get one chance. So, and thanks for submitting a video, DB Tech. Really appreciate that. Some neat videos. Again, I'm going to use that as a springboard. there's some really neat subscribers on, or some really neat YouTubers on the chat here today. So check out their channels. If you hover over, and I think that there might be a problem today with the stream and the three dots. But if you hover over the three dots, one of them is go to channel, and it'll take you right to the YouTuber's channel. There's some really, really neat YouTubers here, and support each other. This is a really cool hobby. This is a really cool corner of the YouTube community. I'm really humbled that people would come and hang out with us for a while every afternoon and run trains and chat. And we had a great time doing it.
Ours Trains is alright. I have to get a video out now as we speak.
That's cool. We'd love that. Thank you very much.
So, oh my gosh, we're almost at the 2 minute or 2 hour mark.
That's cool. Well, let's roll this through 2 hours, George. We'll button up the video at about 5. Jeez, it seemed like we just started the video a couple of minutes ago, doesn't it? Been having a lot of fun today here. So, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks everybody for coming. It's really cool.
Yeah.
2 hours just like that.
It's pretty gnarly.
Right, gnarly. Ooh, triple word score there for George. It's funny. When we get done with these, we usually go upstairs and dinner is about ready to start. Or if we have one like today where we've rolled through and it's almost close to 5 o'clock, we usually get the hairy eyeball from George's mom will give him the hairy eyeball, or I'll get the hairy eyeball because we haven't helped out or done anything with dinner. I think we're in luck because both my wife and your sister Anita, they're making COVID-19 masks for first responders, and so they're busy doing that. And I told them that we would take care of dinner tonight, and I told them that we're going to have leftovers heated in the microwave. So we're in luck, George.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got to do that. But plus, I got to get some pictures in order. I've been downloading some cool pictures of our 7.5 gauge train. I downloaded some cool pictures of your old layout that was down here. Fortunately, I couldn't find very many pictures of us setting up the layout here in our. I couldn't find enough pictures of our layout. Oh, jeez.
Stupid Wi-Fi. Well, I guess we can continue.
Right. So anyway, some pictures of the old layout. Yeah, it looks like we're losing everybody. Why don't you type in there, hang in there. So we're trying to get the video back. No, sorry, you can leave it. Yeah, it's just... You want to go upstairs, see if it comes in any better? Let's do that.
Okay. Do you want me to turn off the trains?
No, just go ahead and go upstairs, see if it comes in, and then we'll bring it back down here. Actually, George?
Oh, it's better. It's better.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Okay.
Where was I? You remember where I was? No.
We like trains.
There we go. There we go. So, George, do you have any memorable train crashes? I like the train crash theme.
Well, I think mine was the cello one. That one was scary.
So, Charlton, thanks for stopping by. Hope everything's going there across the pond. Always fun to make sure that people from all over the world it's always fun to know that people from all over the world are checking in. So, good to see you on that. Thanks, everybody, for coming today. We had a really fun group of chatting, really fun group of people checking in and talking. Sorry about this hitch that we've had here at the end of the stream. But yeah, good stuff. George, so let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. Which train goes off for tomorrow? The Train Collectors Association goes off. What do we want to replace it with?
I don't know. Let's ask.
Hey, you know what? I've got one. Ours Trains. I was watching his channel the other day, and He's got a really cool DNH set, a DNH RS3 set. He said that he likes it because it's fast. George, I have that same set. It was given to me, and it was one that I got for Christmas one year from Santa Claus.
Wait, where are we? I lost it. Sorry.
No, I'm just talking about for tomorrow. Not where we're at on the stream. So it's a convention.
That one?
It's a conventional set. Yeah. So I can tell that George isn't all fired up about that set. All right. Well, I'll run that one, and you pick out a set too.
Oh yeah, I got the Kev Forward house.
Are you sure?
Yes, actually, I like the articulated theme, so I'll just keep those.
You're gonna go with the articulated. All right, and then we'll put away the GS4, and I'll get out my Delaware and Hudson RS3 set. I was inspired by a video I saw on Top 5 Trains at Ars Trains. So, and I remember where I was at. I was pumping everybody's YouTube channel. Make sure you check out everybody's YouTube channel. Support our little corner of YouTube, our little corner of the hobby, and make one more pump about the model railroading live.
Oh.
I love it when you do that, George.
Space out. I was thinking about this turn. Whoa. I like to say. Anyways, so tonight we're going to be on Model Railroading Live, which is a real cool YouTube channel that does live streams with other YouTubers, and they asked us to be on their live stream tonight, and so I'm really excited about it. I know my dad is as well, but we're just going to be talking about how we got just talking with these guys, and they're real nice. But the live stream starts at 9 o'clock Eastern time, so that's 8 o'clock Central time, right? And then 7 o'clock Western time. Mountain time, I'm sorry. And yeah, so pretty cool. And I love to listen to that. Bro, I think we've got a pretty solid Southern Pacific and CNO.
Yeah.
Back, if you noticed.
Right. I never thought about us being a CNO and Southern Pacific Railroad. We do have a lot of that stuff.
Yes.
George, why don't you show the railroad a little bit? I'll do a whistle show for both of the
engines. And then we'll end the stream. We got about 2 minutes left. So. No, the engine's 42. Oh, alrighty. Well, the Mac battery is dying. So do you want to end the stream real quick? We got about a minute or about 30 seconds left.
All right.
On the clock. So.
All right, pop right back on there. Well, friends, thanks for stopping by the live stream today. It was good, as always, to spend some time with our buddies in the model railroad hobby. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
And enjoy model railroading.
And we'll see you when?
Tomorrow.
What time?
3 o'clock.
Same bad time, same bad channel. We'll see you right here.
All right.
Gfw Trains.
Signing out.
We'll see you on the flip-flop.
Bye. is